Hello, my name is Katina Morrison, and this is the Inflamed Sisters Thriving Podcast. Welcome to the trailer episode. This episode is sponsored by Mind Flight Journal, To Better Days, and AI3 Joint Pain Relief Spray. Learn more later in this episode about these wonderful brands, and a few special gifts can be found in the show notes. My name is Katina Morrison. I am a corporate nurse, chronic illness coach, and founder and CEO of Nurse Loves Essentials LLC. I help women living with chronic illnesses find their purpose by doing what they were really meant to do despite chronic illness. Move in power by learning to advocate for themselves and to accelerate their growth in health, career, and business. I take my more than 22 years of working in the healthcare system, 16 years as a registered nurse, and more than 30 years living with multiple chronic illnesses to inspire, educate, and motivate you to stop hiding and start thriving while living with chronic illness. I'm sure you may be wondering, why did she name her podcast Inflamed Sisters Thriving? What is an inflamed sister? Well, it is a woman living with a body that, in a sense, is literally on fire. Inflammation is the immune system's normal response to getting rid of foreign invaders like infection or bacteria. So, when you get a fever while your body is trying to get rid of or fight off a cold or flu, that's inflammation. But for people who live with autoimmune disease and other chronic or inflammatory illnesses, the immune system has turned against its own body by attacking joints, ligaments, tissues, and more. This happens in autoimmune diseases and chronic illnesses like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, Crohn's disease, myasthenia gravis, multiple sclerosis, and Sjogren's syndrome, to name a few. I'm calling all my warriors. Let me know if y'all are out there. So, let me tell you more about myself and why I started this podcast. My chronic illness journey started at the age of 11 with the onset of my menstrual cycle and soon after chronic pain in my joints, hands, and feet. After decades of symptoms such as the chronic pain, fatigue, digestive symptoms, painful and unusually heavy menstrual cycles, and anemia, I was finally diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, and endometriosis in my 30s. Yes, in my 30s. This was 4 years after a traumatic car accident that turned my symptoms I experienced since childhood from occasional to daily. My experiences with the healthcare system, where at times I was mistreated, misdiagnosed, and even experienced medical gaslighting. Yes, as a nurse, I experienced issues with my symptoms being minimalized or ignored by healthcare providers or doctors by words like, the pain is in your head. It can't be that bad. That's normal. You'll get used to it. Menstrual cycles are supposed to be painful, right? No, not at all. So these experiences fueled my passion for assisting women with autoimmune diseases and multiple chronic illnesses like me to reach their best quality of life through mindset, self-advocacy, and implementing natural and holistic methods consistently. Why? Because I don't want you to have to suffer in the way that I did for the length of time I did. If there's anything I can do or say about it, I learned through decades of trial and error how to essentially stop hiding, find my voice, use it, and start thriving so that you don't have to go through the same thing. Stop hiding in plain sight as you suffer with chronic illness and its symptoms in silence, and learn to thrive from what is shared on this podcast by women who are just like you. I hadn't seen an outlet like this in my search of podcasts, and even when starting my Instagram page. So I decided I had to create it. I had to be the change I wanted to see. And in the process, I found an amazing community of women. Now I know that this is the trailer episode, but I can't leave you without sharing something to uplift and inspire you, right? A friend of mine once shared a quote with me. It was always turn to the light, blossom unapologetically where you are planted. Remember, effort and cultivation has beautiful results. In my most challenging times, I found the strength to stop hiding and to start thriving by focusing on what I can control and not on what I can't control. I found the light through achieving a positive mindset, growth mindset, by journaling and positive affirmations, researching and implementing natural and holistic methods that have worked for me and many others, and also by applying my faith in all aspects of my life. I blossom unapologetically by sharing my journey transparently and choosing to be vulnerable. This allowed me to turn my passion into a coaching business and now a podcast that raises awareness and is now touching the lives of more people than I could have ever imagined. Yes, in one of the most challenging times in history, this registered nurse became a professional influencer. Well, I like to say, as my friend Maya Warren from Better Not Bitter podcast told me, a professional impactor and entrepreneur, providing one on one coaching programs to clients and guiding them to their best quality of life. I love the path my journey has taken me on. My effort and cultivation has yielded beautiful results. I refuse to allow my dreams to be impaired by the condition of my health. I take the best care of myself by implementing all that I've learned. And now I guide inflamed sisters to thrive in wellness, self advocacy, and advancement in their career and businesses. So, my sisters, I encourage you, always turn to the light. When coping with uncertainty of health, turn to the light by focusing on the things you can control and not on what you can't control. You cannot control your diagnosis, but you can control your response to it. Become your own advocate by being a voice in your health and working to get a healthcare treatment you deserve. Educate yourself on ways that you can improve it through natural and holistic methods. When you get knocked down by pain or fatigue, don't stay there. Find the light. Blossom unapologetically, my sisters. When you look at the challenges you are facing in health and in life in general, process those feelings. Then think about what you can learn from it to grow. Ask yourself, how can I grow from this? What are ways I can use what I've learned to improve the quality of my life? Set aside fear and blossom by accomplishing what you once thought was impossible, but in a new way, tailored to your health. And if you desire, use it to impact the lives of others positively. Connect with the chronic illness and autoimmune disease community. Find your spoonie sisters, as we say. You will be inspired to blossom in healing ways. Remember, effort and cultivation lead to beautiful results. While your health may limit what you can do, refuse to do nothing. Growth mindset requires we learn from our experiences and apply it to our future actions. Make doing the things you know will improve your health a priority. Make doing the things that make you happy a priority. Start with simple and natural holistic methods like reducing inflammation through nutrition and physical activity. Discover what you are passionate about and allow that to drive what you do to uh, to live a fulfilling life. You will experience beautiful results. Autoimmune disease can teach us more than pain, fatigue, and depression. It forces us to do a self examination that can lead to breakthroughs. It can teach us how to make the changes in our life we should have made all along. Adjusting and learning to overcome the obstacles of chronic illness can change the course of your autoimmune disease or chronic illness journey in surprising ways. You will finally find what it means to stop hiding and start thriving. My sisters, we may be inflamed, but we are still here. And as long as we are here, let's thrive in all aspects of our lives. So join me next week as I ensure you, I and all inflamed sisters thrive together always. This episode was sponsored by Mind Flight Journal. Created by a mother-daughter team who experienced chronic illness, this vegan leather spiral-bound journal has daily entries to track your symptoms and medications, as well as daily inspirational quotes, challenges, and creative writing prompts that encourage thoughtful introspection and a growth mindset. To Better Days. To Better Days has a range of fast acting active patches that are completely drug free, easy to apply, and backed by science, shown to boost the health of your nerves, joints, and muscles in a completely safe way. Each patch contains a combination of vitamin D and nutrients that can provide you the relief you need when you need it most. AI3 Joint Pain Relief Spray provides joint and muscle relief. The AI3 proprietary blend of DMSO and essential oils with anti-inflammatory benefits will support joint and muscle health, provide pain support, and improve healing and recovery times to get you back to doing things you love again sooner. I have tried all of these amazing brands, and let me tell you, you'll find more information about them in my show notes, along with additional gifts for you. I hope you have enjoyed this episode, the trailer episode of Inflamed Sisters Thriving. It has been my pleasure to share my journey, my why with you. And I hope that you continue to follow me each week as I share with you how we together can be inflamed sisters thriving together always. Have a wonderful day.